Before you start selling options, whether it is calls or puts, I beg you, please know how to close that option. Every single time somebody gets themselves into trouble selling options inside my Discord, it's always based around not being able to manage that trade and close that trade when things go against you. Now, I will say, we're not always just going to be closing our options to keep ourselves out of trouble. Sometimes we are going to want to close that trade to capture profit. I very rarely go into a covered call or a cash secure put thinking I'm going to achieve the 100% premium. I mean, it's nice, and sometimes the share goes in your favor and it happens. But a lot of the times, and I know from speaking with people that do this professionally, like this is their main source of income, they have a set amount, a limit, if you will, to when they close their options. Some do 40%, some do 50%. If you've been doing this a while, let me know in the comments. We'll take a brief survey. What percentage do you like to close your options at? So I'm going to show you inside this video, very basic on how to close an option, what is happening when you close an option, and I'll even get into a little bit of why I particularly don't like to close my options when they go against me. I'm really only closing my options to capture profit. Okay, so we're here inside the portfolio. Today we are going to buy to close this Ford option that we opened the other day. We can see when we climb into this position here, it says -1 contracts. So that means we sold that -1. It has a strike price of $13, a current value of $4, and an expiration date of 2/13. Okay, so when we want to close an option, we are just going to do the opposite. If I did a -1 for $13 strike and an expiration of 2/13, all I am going to do is the reverse. I'm going to buy a contract for an expiration of 2/13 at a strike price of $13. And here's how this works and how we profit even when the option doesn't expire. We sold this contract -1 for a price of $16, right? I am now buying it back for $4. So that is a net of $12. So we see that down here in my total return of $12 or 75% profit on this trade. So now it's Wednesday the 11th, and this does expire on the 13th. So let's talk about scenarios in which we might want to close our options early. I know people that trade options for a living, all right? It's what they do as their primary source of income. So they are going to go in and they are going to close a trade when it hits a certain percentage. And I've done this too before, where they're not looking to get a sign. They don't necessarily want the shares. They're going in to grab a profit. And when that profit hits, say 40%, whether that happens on day one or right before expiration, they are going to buy to close their sold option. I mean, I used to use 40% when I was just trying to capture premium. Also, people might want to do this if they're in a loss. And I'll talk about why I don't want to buy to close when I'm in a loss personally. But if it's going against you, you might need to buy to close at a loss, meaning the value of the option is going to be greater than $16. That would definitely be like a stop loss scenario. Or some people might want to free up collateral, which I'll also talk about in just 1 second. So in this case, I used Ford as an example in the last video. I don't necessarily want to own 100 shares, so I am buying to close this strictly because it's at a profit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here and I'm going to click trade. We have view all options, roll position, or buy or sell shares. What we're really concerned with is one of the two options here, view all options or roll position. When I said that I don't want to buy to close, and when I'm at a loss, I am going to roll that position. And as soon as the scenario happens inside my portfolio where I need to, I will make a video on rolling. If you need a roll video right now, please let me know in the comments and I'll link one of my older videos on how to roll an option and why you might want to do that. But for now, we're looking to buy to close. So I am going to go to either view all options. I can do that scenario, or I can click buy and it is going to go right to the buy side. So when you know what's going on here, you might want to just go to buy, but I want to open trade all options just so I can explain to you exactly what's happening. Robinhood does a great job of letting you know what's exactly open. We can see it shaded here in orange. It is a -1. At the top, we see it says sell and put, and it's already on that expiration and that value. If I want to close this option, I am just going to do buy put. Okay, it's not buy call, it's buy put. And it still shows me that I have a -1 there, which is a great thing. I'm going to buy a put for $4. Hopefully we'll get $4. Maybe we'll have to give back one more depending on the bid-ask spread. I'm going to press plus, and then I'm going to do continue. I'm going to press 1. Now we can see this is a very, very tight bid-ask spread. If you're doing with the stock, that's not a 1 cent bid-ask spread. You might have to come up and pay maybe a little bit more to the seller side, the ask side. But right now I'm going to just click 0.04 because of this tight bid-ask spread, 0.04. It's going to tell me I have a low likelihood for this to fill. Now it's at a high likelihood. That's going to happen with a tight bid-ask spread. The cost to me, because I am buying this back, but remember, I'm buying it for less than I sold it for. I'm going to review this trade, and it's going to give me some awesome information here as well. This last bit of information is another reason why we might buy to close this option early, and that's going to release the collateral that we put up to make this trade. I actually did this today with Apple. It was pretty much a couple hours before expiration. It was worth like $10, but I wanted to free up that $20,000 and change to make a new trade. So I bought to close it instead of waiting the rest of the day. Kind of the price to pay. I could have waited for it to get to worthless and maybe made $10 more, but I had a 94% win rate. I took it and I moved on. But what it did was free up collateral for another trade. So maybe you see something that's juicy and you're in a pretty good profit. You're like, I can go over there. That's another reason why we might want to buy to close a little early to release that collateral. I'm going to swipe up. Boom, it is filled. I ended up paying $3, which is great news instead of $4. I click done. I now have no more contract sizes because I just washed it out. I don't have to worry about my returns, anything like that. If I go back to my portfolio, it's no longer listed there, and you are out of that option. Whether you were out of it because you needed to get out quick and you didn't want to necessarily roll just yet, that's fine. Or if you wanted to capture some profits. I really hope that makes sense, guys. I beg you, please know how to close options before you open them. If you want to support the channel a little bit, guys, I'm not sponsored, but I do have an affordable book on the wheel strategy, selling everything. You'll make your money back just in one trade. That's pretty much what everyone tells me, and I think it's the truth. But until next time, I hope this answers all your questions. Leave any questions you have down in the comments below, and I will check you guys on the next video.